Hello everyone, welcome to Sean Burgess Fitness and thank you for tuning in for our next Body Vengeance workout. So if you've taken part in the sessions before, you will know that we like to work through for about 20 minutes of concise exercise, which is just targeted on a specific muscle group. So we've done sessions that we really focus on the arms, we've done sessions where we really focus on the core, we've done sessions where we really focus on the shoulders, and today we're going to be doing an advanced glute session. We're really going to be focusing on the external glutes. What I mean by that is these muscles down the sides of the glute max, which is like the biggest part of the hip in terms of the muscle groups, but we're also going to be really targeting the glute max as well. So in terms of sculpting and your glutes, you're going to find that today's a really good one for that. But at the same time, we are going to be working on strengthening through the glutes as well, which is a very important thing to do. Your glute muscles are really, really important for stabilizing your hip joint. They're really important for obviously playing sport and doing anything under high load. And they're really important for like helping your knee alignment and even protecting your lower back. So, and the list goes on and on. So it's a very, very important area to try and train, and not just aesthetically, as I said. So we're going to be doing a short warm-up on your mat. You're going to be pretty much down on the floor the whole time. Okay, so you won't need to really be kind of standing up and down. So once you're down, you can kind of pretty much stay down. Make sure you've got a little bit of space around you for a few of the exercises, because in a second, you will have some legs kind of like just moving out on them. We're going to start in a box position, which means that you've got your knees underneath your hips and your hands underneath your shoulders, okay? So when you're in that position there, we're going to do a bit of a classic stretch. We're going to be doing a cat stretch, all right? So I want you to just tuck your chin in, round your upper back, and keep that flexion going all the way through into your lower back. And then from there, go head first, look through, and just straighten up, okay? And we're going to be doing 5 reps. We really try and get as much movement out of the vertebrae as possible, okay? So let's start from now. So 3, 2, 1, let's go. So head first. Work through the vertebrae in sequence. So just feel like you're going 1 disc at a time. Just keep it going all the way up. Get lots of flexion, lots of extension. Really squeeze through the shoulders to do that. Give me 2 more. As you can see, I'm not going too quick on this one. We're keeping it slow, keeping it controlled. And we're trying to make sure we get the most out of every single repetition that we do. So really round back, go head first, look through. Excellent. Right, so I'm going to go front on for this one. You're going to stay in that position now, that box position that is. And I want you to just keep that gap between your knees as well. Now just drop your hips to one side and then drop your hips to the other side. Okay, so we're stretching through the lower back now, and I want you to try and do 5 each way. So 3, 2, 1, go. So drop one way, come up, drop the other way, and repeat. So get a nice stretch. Going right through the lower back and to the outsides of the hips. So don't be surprised if you can feel it in those hip muscles. I can tell you what they're called, but the abductors really don't really mean too much to you, do they? So keep going. Once you've done your 5 each side, I want you to come back to the middle and just pause in your box position again. We're now going to be doing what I call a dynamic child's pose. Basically, you're going to be sitting back into your heels, stretching the arms, coming forward, and then repeating. Okay, so we're going to do 5 of those. 3, 2, 1, go. That's good. Just bring the chest forward. Drop back into your heels. That's good. Just keep that going. It's quite important that we stretch through the lower back and through the upper body as well. But what we're doing here, particularly, is we're just moving the hip joint. So we're just getting those hips moving, just getting a little bit of blood just coming in through those muscles there, and just loosening generally through the body. Okay, we're still 5. We're going to stop. Okay, so we're going to flip round and get into position for our first exercise. I'm going to do this from a few different angles. So we're going to go into a glute bridge. And we're going to be doing this on one side. So because we're doing it on one side, this is why I said this is quite advanced. So you're going to have both heels underneath the back of your knees, which drive your feet into the ground and to push your hips up. So when you're in that position there, you're trying to relax your hamstrings and you're trying to contract your glutes. And you're going to do that by just tilting the pelvis and pushing the hips up towards the roof or the sky if you're training outside like me. Right, so to go into a single leg position, you stay as you are, but you're just going to lift your left leg and left foot off the ground. Right, so from there, I want you to keep in your arms at your sides, just moving that left leg out to your shoulder and then bring it back in, okay? Which is a tough movement to do. Right, so we're going to try and basically do that for 60 seconds. And then once you've done that, we're going to go back into your box position and we're going to be doing a specific exercise to just try and tone in and around the hips again and around the glute muscles, right? So we said we're doing the right leg down, left foot off the ground, and we're moving that left side out and in. Let's give it a go. It's a tough movement, this. Once we've done the box position, we're then going to go back into doing the single leg glute bridge, but next time it's going to be on the opposite side. So I want you to lift up, take the leg off, and start moving. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Let's go out and in. So from a breathing point of view, I want you to hold your breath as the leg goes away from the midline of your body. And I want you to breathe out as your leg comes back in. Okay? So you're going to push the hips up the whole time. Keep that tension in the right glute. So you should be feeling that a lot. And we're just getting a little bit of tension building up on the outside of the left hip. But just that extra movement with the left side is going to build more tension, more stress on the right side. Keep it going, breathing as well. Very tough exercise. Your plan B, if you can't move the leg, is just to hold a single leg glute bridge and just try and keep pushing the hips and the pelvis up. If you do that, you're still going to feel this a lot. Okay? And 3, 2, 1, stop. Okay, so go into your box position again. Hands on your shoulders, roll your shoulders back and down. Then from here, we're going to be holding the right leg in the air. Okay, toes facing up. From there, kick as high as you can. It's going to be quite a small movement. And then clam. So just do an external rotation. Then repeat. So all on that right side. Okay, keep that tension. Focus on the glute. We're going to start this. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So kick, rotate, kick, rotate, and repeat. Okay. So you should stay looking down. I'm looking just at you guys to make sure that my body position is correct. There you go. Keeping that leg there the whole time, just in itself, is very tough. And that is going to build a lot of tension into that right glute. So try and move through the glute as you rotate. So that external rotation there is all being fed through your right glute. Okay, so you should be feeling it the whole time, not just through the middle, but also just down the outside of the hip bone, the greater canter, which is your glute medius. Okay, so you should be feeling it there, and also a bit from glute minimus, but it's more deep muscles. So just hold and repeat. Very tough exercise. Might feel a bit silly doing it, but trust me, it really does work. So now we're going to go onto your left side in terms of the glute bridge, and we're going to be moving the right leg outwards. All right, so we're doing 60 seconds of the same thing. We're going to go up, get ready to start in 3, 2, 1, take it away. So right leg out, right leg in. Remember to hold your breath on the way out and breathe out on the way in. So just really drive through your heel, push the hips up, and keep that tension really focused on your left glute. Pushing your head and shoulders into the ground. Just keep it going. Great work. You might find it's hard on your left side. Naturally, a lot of us, if we're right-handed, be dominant on that side, which usually means there's a dominance in the glute as well. So that naturally becomes harder. So just keep pushing the hips up, just checking the time for you guys. We've got 10 seconds to go. So when you're driving into the floor, as I said before, make sure your heels are underneath the back of your knee. Try and almost push your big toe down as well. And 3, 2, 1, and stop there. Fantastic. Okay, right. 30-second rest. Just a chance to, regain a bit of composure. Just catch your breath. Quick drink if you want it. And then we're going to be starting all over again. Okay, and that means that we're going to be doing the right-hand side. So if you wanted to progress the movement with single leg glute bridge, you could actually add like a pulse. All right, so what you do, and I'm not going to get you to do this as your main exercise, but if you wanted to at home, what you could do it is just go up, out, down, pulse, and then push through, okay? I personally think you're going to feel it more if you hold it statically. So usually with isometric exercises, get more muscle fiber contracting, and that usually means you get stronger. That usually means you obviously feel it more. So we're going to start. Anyways, I'm on a bit off track there. On the right side again, and we're going to kick this off in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So hold. Take that right leg out. So left leg out. And keep repeating that movement with the hips held high the whole time. So do really well. We drive into the ground. You've got to try and tilt the pelvis up as well. So you're just trying to push the hips up. So I think like your hip bones are pushing up to the sky, or the roof in your case. Keep it going. Just do a few from a different angle. Still got about 15 seconds left. Push up, hold, go out, come in, and repeat. So try and get that tension building on the outside of the leg here as well. And stop. Right, so flip that round. Go into your box position. So we're now going to be focusing on the left side, doing those clams and kick ups. So start in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So kick, clam, kick, and clam. Okay. So external rotation, clamshell, however you want to name it. Just doing that. Try and keep the hips square the whole time. So we don't want to rotate too much as we move that leg out. That's good. Keep going. Doing really well. Just keep that tension in your glutes. Keep it going. 3, 2, 1. Relax, that really does get you, doesn't it? All right, now it's going to be harder because we're doing the left side for the actual bridge as well. So it's a bit of a double whammy. So we're going to start this in 3, 2, 1, and go. So out and in, out and in. Keep it going. You get to the point, like I said before, that you just can't do the leg lift outwards. Just do a single leg glute bridge, just with a little pulse, or just do a single leg glute bridge where you hold. Okay, just hold it at the top. So you've got a choice. But I really want you to try to do plan A, which is always this. So you go out and you come in. You go out and you come in. Very challenging exercise. What better way to spend your lunch break, eh? If you like me, I'm sure you find this tough on the left side, especially after the middle set in the box position. I just really heighten them a minute. 3, 2, 1. Woo! There we go. Feel the burn. Right, so guys, you get another little breather. Remember, We always go through the main section 3 times, and there's quite a minimal rest in between. So you get about 30 seconds-ish. Last one was probably a little bit longer than my talking. And then we're going to start over again. Similar exercises. I'm going to go through just one little tweak on the second exercise, but nothing major. And then once we've done this, we're going to move straight into our core round. All right, so are you ready to go? Starting on the right side again. So we're going to try and keep this quite intense. So same exercise as before. Push the hips up, tilt the pelvis, and get ready to start in 3, 2, 1. Take your legs out and back in. So reach out and reach in. It's difficult to do. Use your arms as well, just to give you a little bit of extra stability. So have your arms wide, keep them in line with your shoulders. Keep pushing up. This is the key time. You're going to have to really dig deep. We just summon any little ounce of strength that you've got left to help you get through this. Good. Remember, the higher you push the hips, the more you're going to feel the glute. If you're not really feeling it, I can guarantee your hips are probably too low. Right, so just watch out for that. You should be feeling this a lot. And 3, 2, 1. There we go. Okay, so the slight tweak on the second exercise is that we're just going to actually be moving the legs a bit more and alternating sides. So you're just going to do the right side, next time you rotate, and then the left side, rotate and down. Okay. All right, so we're going to start that in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So up, rotate, still keep it slow, still keep it controlled. Up, squeeze, rotate, and then take it down. Okay. Up, rotate out, bring it in, and just keep repeating on each side, keeping those knees as high as you can on the first move. So that's really important again. And also keeping the hips as square as possible. Brilliant. Keep going. Rotate. You should be starting to really burn. Make sure you keep pushing the hips back. That helps you load into your glutes a little bit more. So you want to maintain this arch in your lower back. That's really important. It's not often you hear that as a coaching point. Keep an arch in your lower back. Actually, is very important. Not just in this exercise, but actually in a lot of movements. And 3, 2, 1, and stop. Okay, right, so last but not least, my favourite side here, we're going to just do the left side again. Right, so get ready to start this. You know what's coming up, haven't changed it. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. So right leg out, right leg in. So breathe out, on the way back in. Try and make sure you've got the alignment right on the left. So I've said before, the heel should be directly underneath the back of the knee. The foot should be straight. Hopefully that's that's how much you've been doing the whole time. Let's come across. So in this one we do keep the foot straight. It's not like a squat where we had the foot slightly turned out. We'll be trying to keep basically the second toe and that foot just in line with the middle of your knee. You can tell that. So actually trying to maintain a very straight position. And that knee should be in line with the middle of your hip as well. Right, also middle of the hip. Let's look back here. That's what I meant by that. So keep going. Give me a couple more. The last one. And stop there. Well done. Fantastic. It's a tough 3 rounds. Well done for getting through that. I'm sure that's got the heart rate up a little bit as well, so have a quick drink. Bear in mind as well, I'm just going to give you a little bit longer to rest before we go into our final core round. And just before I start the core round, let me say as well, we're only going to be doing each of these exercises once, but if you want to go through them again, you can do it, but you can just obviously add that extra time into your own workout. So If you want to do this is a proper routine, what we're about to do, you can go through it 3 times would be ideal, and then you've got a nice little core set of exercises which you can work on either separately or even add it into your gym workouts. Completely up to you. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to do a glute bridge with a crunch, and again it's going to be single legs. I'm sorry about that. But what we're going to do is just start with the left leg straight, all right, and the right leg down, hands and temples. And then as we lift up the hips, we're going to pulse there. This is one of the reasons why I didn't do it earlier as well. We're going to pulse and try and crunch a little bit as well, right? So it's going to be a very small crunch, very small, but just enough to feel at the top of your abdominals. And you're going to repeat that for 60 seconds and then flip round into a forward plank position on your forearms, all right? So let me get the timer ready. You guys ready to go? So I say right leg down, left leg up. We're going to move in 3, 2, 1, go. So very small crunch, just enough to kind of get those shoulders leaving the floor. I am lifting my hip. It doesn't look like it too much, I know. Yeah. At this point, we're expecting a lot of fatigue. So if your hamstrings are starting to take over, you're starting to cramp quite a lot, then just give them a good shake out. The plan B on this exercise, just to show you, is just to come up with 2 feet, do a little crunch, and then go down. So time it, crunch, and pulse at the same time. But I want you to try the single leg version if you can. Those type of ones. So if you can, it's lost flow there. So let's get it back on track. And 3, 2, 1. All right, so on your front, I want you to turn your foot to a slight angle to like 2 o'clock and 10 o'clock. And then from there, kicking out to your sides and try and squeeze for your glute medius, so just this muscle on the outside of your hips there, right? 1 minute of those continuous kicks, alternating sides. Try not to let your obviously lower back drop, so you don't want to get any excessive arching on your back. So we're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Kick out, feel the outside of your glutes. Go back to the middle, keep it controlled, and then just keep repeating. This is more about what we're doing in and around the hips and the glutes than it is about your core. But this exercise particularly will work your core, of course it will. So we're in that forward plank position. So you are getting a little bit of both areas working, best of both worlds, you'd say. Keep going. 20 seconds to go. Reach up, squeeze, controlling the way down. 10 seconds to go. Keep it going. 3, 2, 1, and stop there. And then last but not least, there's me saying it again. I want you to sit, crunch, right leg moving towards the chest, and you bring it up the top, right? 3, 2, 1, and go. So lift up. Nice gust of wind. Come through there. It's not the time of the weather. Yes, push, up, crunch, and repeat. Make sure we're really keeping that tension in the left hand glute as much as you can. If you can't do the pulse, bear in mind that the pulse almost gives you a tiny rest in between. You can always do a stacked exercise, just on the one side, or as I said before, you do this with 2 feet on the ground, and just lift, crunch, and repeat. So just lift, crunch. That's kind of plan B or plan C if you like. So go with plan A if you can. Let's just do 2 more. And then the last one. And then relax. Fantastic. Well done. Tough set of exercises there. So guys, I'm sitting only halfway up because I'm going to get you to have a little stretch now, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to cross your right leg over your left, right? And when you've done that, you're going to lie on your back, like so. So you're, I'm sure, thinking you're going to go through the middle. You're not. You're going to go round the outside. So take both hands round the outside of the right knee. Okay, so you're resting just at the bottom of the knee, just at the top of the tibia, fibula, shin bone, and just pull your knee back in towards your chest, right? At the same time, feel like you're bringing your left knee back towards your chest as well. So you get a nice stretch coming to the outside of your glutes here. Done a lot of work on those today. So it's a really nice one, just to help relieve some of that lactic there and just actually help you get. Switch sides. Okay. We're going to do the same stretch on the other side. Whilst you're holding that, I'm going to change the angle so you can see that in the camera a little bit differently. So that's it, going around the outside of the knee. Sometimes I want to push your right leg back towards your chest. Oh, really feel that. Don't be surprised if you bit like me, it feels tight on the inside. That's normal. And then just unravel your legs, grab your knees. Give both legs a big hug, big squeeze. Then to roll through. It's one of my favourite stretches. Very similar to the last prevention session we did. A few legs this time, us together. So just in a hip width. Breathe in, breathe out, touch your toes, and just hold that position there. Okay. So at the same time, tuck the chin in, round through the shoulders. Okay, so stretching through the upper back as well. And then just keep holding that position. Remember, to develop muscle length, you really need to be doing about 2 to 3 sets of 30 seconds. 3 sets is obviously ideal. We're only going to do in 1. So if you are still feeling a bit stiff afterwards, then at the same time, make sure you add some extra stretches in. Like I said, you add an extra or exercise in if you need to. And just slowly come out of that stretch there. It looks like we timed it quite well in regards to the wind. So guys, that's the end of the session. Thank you for taking part again. I hope you enjoyed that. Very challenging in regards to the stress that we put through the glutes. Nice advanced workout that you can give a go to anytime you get the chance. Remember, these body vengeance sessions are designed to fit in with your lifestyle. So you're designed to fit into your early morning routine, your lunch breaks, your after work schedule, or even just as a little add-on that you can use in the gym. Remember, you can check out the rest of the series and further Sean Burgess Fitness workouts on our YouTube channel, which goes by the same names as said there. And you can also find the updates and the links getting reposted on our social media channels on Facebook and Instagram. And again, both of those go under the name of Sean Burgess Fitness. Thanks again for taking part, and I'll look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care, guys.